So Netflix just dropped a trailer for K-pop Demon Hunters, a new animated feature. It's going to be on there. Um, this is, I don't know. It doesn't look like the worst thing in the world, but the comedy in this, ugh, God, it's awful. I don't think there's going to be a single funny joke in this whole entire thing. Visually, I like it, and I kind of hate it. The Spider-Verse ruined a lot of things where that style, that choppiness of the animation worked so well in Spider-Man because Spider-Man's a comic book, so it kind of has that comic book feel to it. When you do that animation in something that's not a comic book, it just looks choppy and weird when it doesn't need to be. So I don't know. The character designs are fine. At least the women aren't. They're pretty. They're not like horrifically nasty, ugly women that we've been seeing in most animated things. They're actually pretty young women, which is nice. The concept is they're K-pop stars, but they're really demon hunters. So I'm assuming they were trained to be demon hunters. But why the K-pop angle? What does that have to do with anything? Unless they were K-pop stars first and through some kind of, I don't know, series of events, they became demon hunters. Because I'm not seeing what the... Maybe it's for them to be able to hide in the city, but you'd bring more attention to yourselves. I don't know. I don't know how this angle is going to play out. I doubt there's a real reason besides, wouldn't it be funny if this was the scenario? Which I think kind of sucks. I hate when the concept, it just exists for it to be a joke. But the whole crux of the thing, so they're superstar, pop star ladies. They fight demons, but the demons come up with the plan of making a boy band, K-pop band, and they're going to be stealing like the spirit energies and of their fans. So it's kind of like a battle of the bands / they're fighting each other. And this is something that's been happening a lot. They see the boys, they're all handsome dudes, so they're allowed to be objectified. They're allowed to be sexual. Like they see these guys, they have hearts in their eyes. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, they're so hot. All the old ladies in love with them too. Everyone just wants a piece of these guys. But the girls can't have that. Like you don't see a group of boys all saying, oh God, she's so beautiful. And they all try to like touch her. Because that's like a joke in the trailer where an old lady tries to go like hug one of the K-pop boys. And that's just funny. Isn't it so funny this old lady's attracted to a 20-year-old boy? You know, am I being crazy to think that if an old man ran towards one of these K-pop girls and tried to physically touch her, that he wouldn't be killed on the spot? You know, why is it okay for men to be objectified and men to be seen as sexual objects, but women can't be? I'll just leave that there. That's just something I observed, and it's modern media where men are allowed to be shirtless and handsome, but women have to either be this word unattainable thing and treated in pure reverence. I don't know. Back to the comedy. This is another modern day thing. It happens to men, but it happens to women more in media where they act like children, like autistic children. The screaming, the yelling, the making weird faces. It's very, very odd. In my professional real life job, I interact with a lot of different children from all different kinds of places. And some of those children are special needs. Some of them have autism. Some of them are very disabled. Then you get these groups of kids that are teenagers and they act like this. No, it's not funny. No one's cheering for them and thinking that this is just a quirky little thing that they do. No, it's something that has to be tolerated because they can't help it. But these women aren't being betrayed that way. They're just, they're 20-something women, so they just yell and scream all the time, and they eat their ramen noodles, and they have to get pumped up. And there was someone praising those faces, while the artistic angle of making faces, yeah, it looks cool, but in the context of the story, you're not 5 years old. Like when little kids are playing, they're always yelling and screaming and running around like they're just going nuts because those are what little kids do. But these are women. Like could you imagine seeing a group of adults running around and screaming? First of all, you'd be very concerned. You would think something was happening. And if there was nothing like, like some type of like disaster event, you would think, oh, these women are drunk or on drugs. There is no reason for a person to act this way. It is very disheartening for people to have adults portrayed in such a goofy, silly way. And I don't know that there's some people like women to act like little girls, which I think is super creepy, but people like it. And then you have, even in Hollywood, you have adult actresses who act like little kids. It's very strange. It's very odd. But this movie, not the worst concept. The comedy, it's awful. It's failing. Comedy is probably the toughest thing in the world to do. Being sad, easy. Action, easy. Being like epic, easy, because you just have them fight a big giant monster, have a really cool fight scene. To be funny, you can't just say, oh, write a funny joke, oh, make a funny scenario. Like their plane falls apart and the plane's still flying through the sky, like that wouldn't happen. It would just start to plummet, but it's like cut in half. It's flying through the sky. One of the girls like, oh, this plane sucks. They had to finish eating their ramen, then they jump out of the plane. That isn't funny. That's like a stupid Bugs Bunny gag, where like they go over the cliff and they don't fall down so they realize that they look down. That's the level of comedy. It works in Looney Tunes. It shouldn't. This world shouldn't have Looney Tune logic to it. It's tough to impress me with comedy. It really, really is. And this is just another modern day. We're going to appeal to a Tumblr crowd, and they're going to pretend laugh at all the jokes. Again, I wish I could somehow see they do like those test audiences, and they like, where they say what they like, what they didn't like. And I really would love to see an honest, true laugh out of someone watching any of these supposed jokes. Like, are they truly laughing? Like, you can tell when someone's fake laughing, and you can tell when someone truly found something hilarious, and you can see it in their face. This isn't doing it. I mean, did anyone in the comments, did you laugh at any of this? I don't know, but that's a movie. So it's not a series. What was that other series? Was it? I don't think it was Netflix. Was it Sci-Fi? Where it was these two girls and they got made into like magical girls, but it was like very like, we're 20-something girls in modern day, so we make stupid comments about everything. I reviewed the first episode. They get their powers by sticking their fingers in a red panda's butthole. I'm not making that up. And then it was very gross humor. Like, I apologize for the inappropriateness of this, but there's a scene in that series where she uses her period blood to put out a fire. This is almost that. Like, I don't think they're gonna go that far with the disgustingness humor, but they're gonna do we're girls and we can be funny too, and they're gonna try too hard to be funny, and it's just gonna come off as like forced and stupid. And stupid, silly jokes. That other magical girl show, I don't quite remember, but I remember the joke because it was so bad. They're talking about like fighting or video games or something, and she goes, like kick, 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 Chun-Li. And then her friend laughs. I'm like, that's not a joke. She literally just says kick, 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 Chun-Li, and somehow that's supposed to be hilarious. I'm assuming this movie looks like it's going to have comedy like that, where the girl's going to reference something. She's going to say Nintendo, and we're all supposed to laugh because a girl knows what Nintendo is. My bar isn't that low. My comedy bar is high. And they're not even hitting the bar. They're flying underneath it. But again, I guess it's supposed to be for the TikTok kids that are like 10 years old and they just laugh at everything. Do I watch this? It comes out June something-ish, June 20th. Maybe I watch it. It is a movie content. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.